Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie, and this is your mid-month reading for March 2023. Thank you so much for joining me. Kindly remember that this is a general reading and that time is fluid, so please apply what resonates currently and suspend the rest. This reading can be applied to relationships, career, and personal growth, as well as to the sign of Aquarius wherever it presents in your birth chart. I do offer personal readings, and you can find my information in the description box below. And if you enjoyed today's reading, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, Aqua. And with that, let's get started. So right off the bat, Aquarius, when I was doing your pre-shuffle for the decks that we'll be using in your reading today, I got the words, "What do I do now?" in my head. So I have to wonder, Aquarius, this is either your energy or someone that you are connecting with. I'm getting the feeling that someone has been rejected multiple times in a certain respect, and so they are a little bit unsure of what direction they should be taking now moving forward. Loyal Hearts is at the top of the deck. So this is about somebody who feels very loyal to you, Aqua, or you feel this way towards them. This is indicating a strong connection. So I will say for some of you, this is a past connection that is playing now in the present. There's something about it that is returning. For others of you, this is about a new connection, and something about its current state is being affected by the past, whether it's in the form of somebody from the past trying to come back into the picture, or just a feeling that you have that you're bringing with you from a past situation. This is about having to revisit a situation, revisit a person, because now the question is becoming, how do I pursue a healthy love? Okay. We've also got the tribe, which is indicative of a strong support system and family unit. These are your friends, these are your family members, these are, this is the person that you are connecting with romantically. For some, this is about work and the people that you work with. And this is just, in general, people who love you and support you through thick and through thin. These are people who are reliable. This is a person who is reliable. And this is about being honored yourself by people who being honored by other people who you also honor. These are people whose connections mean something valuable to you. And higher power. So if this is romance for you, Aqua, I want to say that not just because higher power is here, but there's something significant about this connection that you are connecting with. There's something about this person, this experience, all right? Because again, that pre-shuffle, the fact that someone here is asking themselves, well, what do I do now? What is meant for you is meant for you. So if you find yourself, Aqua, or someone that you're connecting with pursuing you or pursuing an opportunity that is just, this is not the right time for it, there is a reason for that. Some type of growth needs to occur, or perhaps in terms of the relationship in the long term, this may not be the right time or the right person. But there is something important about this experience with this person. It's like Source is trying to come down and show you more specifically why something may or may not be able to work. Now, for some of you where you find that this is someone that things are working beautifully with, this is about the fact that your connection is divinely guided and nothing can break it up. For others of you who are finding that you are in a tumultuous situation with somebody, this is that the higher power is coming down to show you why this person may not be the right fit for what you consider your tribe. All right? And that, please take that as it resonates. As it pertains to career, it is in a similar situation. Either everything is great and you are going to be shown how else to develop it, or it is not that great and there's going to be a reason it's shown to you. Now, moving forward with the tarot, let's see, please, for Aquarius, past, present, future, why this is all happening, and the best case scenario with guidance, please, for Aqua. So right off the bat, we've got your energy underneath, okay? Queen of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. You may be connecting with another air sign. But this is an energy of having been through experience. Okay, you've had your heart broken, you've had your disappointments. However, you have learned from these experiences and events, and you are now in a space of intelligence. You are in a space of implementing these lessons in a tangible, thoughtful, deliberate way. So you know what decision needs to be made. And if anything does need to be cut out, you are prepared to cut it out. You are prepared to have the difficult conversations, and you know how to maintain healthy, strong relationships. And that is what you intend to do. Okay. Now, in the recent past, we have the Page of Swords. So you may have connected previously with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but this is about curiosity. Okay, this is also about social media, Aquarius. So if you find yourself having been involved recently connecting with somebody, you'll find that social media played a huge role in how you communicate. All right. For those of you that are finding a situation, a connection not the best, there's something about the way social media is utilized that calls into question some things. Okay. For those of you where this is employment, you are finding yourself in a space of utilizing social media more often to get eyes put on you, to get into the limelight, so to speak. But in your recent past, this is about some form of communication online, or in general, a sort of curiosity that you are implementing. This is also possibly somebody who has been spying on your social media accounts. So keep that in mind as well. Now, in the present space, Aquarius, you are in a space of either connecting with a Virgo, because this is the Hermit energy, or you may have that placement very strong in your chart, but you are going within and asking yourself, what do I do? Okay, what do I do now? What should I do with this information? I want to bring to your attention, Aqua, that the Hermit energy brings with it a certain level of expertise, a certain level of experience. So I want to assure you that whatever decision this is that you are trying to make for yourself, that coming up as the Queen of Swords and as the Hermit, you are somebody with an incredible amount of experience when it comes to this situation. And at the very least, if not the situation, you're understanding yourself and how you move through situations like these. So you are very self-aware, and you are very very familiar, very experienced with how to navigate yourself at the very least through this. But someone, either you or someone you're connecting with, is currently in contemplation. They are trying to use their experience to decide what they want to do next. Now, coming into the near future, we have the Page of Pentacles. So you may be connecting with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Virgo is coming through very strong so far. But this is about, for some of you, going back to school. You may already be a student. This is about a license or taking on a student role or learner's mindset. For some of you where this is romance, this is about taking a commitment and learning how to operate within this relationship. This is about someone who is dedicated to the role of learning. Okay, so if this is a new connection that you are in, Aquarius, this is about something changing within the dynamic that is requiring you to learn what is required to maintain it. Because I'm getting, for some of you, Aquarius, your relationships have changed. At the very least, one of them has. And this change is requiring a revisitation to the drawing board. It's not enough to continue as per usual. There's something new here. All right. Now, this can be either in the form of a long-term commitment romantically, or it can be that you have gone to a space of being just friends, because the Page of Pentacles is someone who is just a friend. We will clarify this position in a moment. But I want to assure you still, Aqua, regardless of what this looks like commitment-wise, there is still tremendous love here. And if this person is no longer a lover, they are still a friend. Okay? Now, why it's all happening is the Hanged Man. You may have been connecting with a Cancer or have Cancer very strong in your chart. However, the Hanging Man discusses a sense of changing perspective and patience. The wait can be very uncomfortable, all right? There's a feeling here of being stuck, but also of having to release control. The Hanged Man is not in control of this position, but it is required to be in this position to gain that perspective. This is a certain sacrifice that must be made to gain greater insight. So the reason this is all happening, Aquarius, is because there is something crucial that is missing. There is to an extent a lack of knowing or a lack of understanding. You or the person you're connecting with may have quite a bit of experience with most of this. but there is a lesson to be gained here, because that is why this is stuck. That is why there is this feeling of restlessness, is because you cannot proceed forward until you learn this new thing. Learn how to engage in this dynamic differently. Okay? And we're going to clarify all these cards in a second. Now, the best case scenario is the Four of Cups. The best case scenario is that you reject what is no longer for you. That does not have to be a person. It can be, if that is what comes to mind, Aquarius, please take what resonates, right? But it doesn't have to be a person. But what it does stand for, because cups are emotions, right? So the Four of Cups is about, there is something that is no longer meeting your standard. You are restless. You are needing motion. You are needing movement. In order for you to progress forward in a meaningful way, something has to change. Okay, so the universe is going to be giving you a cup. The universe will be giving you a new emotional beginning, an opportunity to be in a different place, or to connect with a different person, or connect with a different experience. This could be a missed opportunity if you are not careful, Aquarius. But the main message I'm getting here for you is that, as the best case scenario, this is about you simply letting go of whatever exists right now, in the sense of people, places, or feelings, situations that do not meet your standard anymore. This feels like a rejection. It's almost like, it's like not even entertaining, no longer entertaining something that you know is going to end in pain or disappointment. You're just letting it be what it is. And yes, it's uncomfortable to continue to have the offer given to you, or to be confronted with this situation over and over again. However, you are pulling yourself away from it and no longer giving energy to it. Now, clarifying for Aquarius, past, present, future, why it's all happening in best case scenario, please, for Aqua. Okay, let's go for Aqua, please. So underneath the deck, we've got the Two of Pentacles. So Aqua, you find yourself in a space of having to balance out your priorities. You find yourself in a space of having to weigh out the pros and cons. This is not a sustainable space to be in. You know this, because this is very, very difficult. In order to nurture one pentacle, a certain amount of commitment is required. Okay, and in this case, with two pentacles, is followed by the three, right? So you'll either need another set of hands to help you through this. That's where the partnership comes in. If you want to build, you'll need a partner. But if you so choose to continue forward alone, that will mean that you will have to drop a commitment somewhere. All right, that way you can give full attention to what is doable, what is maintainable, what is sustainable, right? So this is a matter of picking and choosing who, what, and how. Things that you choose to stay will stay, or how or what will be chosen to leave. Okay? Give me one moment, Aqua. All right, apologies for that, Aqua. Thanks very much. So in the recent past, we have the Page of Swords, okay, being clarified by justice. Yeah. So again, you could be connecting with another Libra, but this is about having to make a decision. I'm getting that for some of you, this is about contracts. This is about having made a decision after finding something out online. All right, you saw a communication go on, and you just knew that it was time to sort of cut the cord. All right, for some, I am getting that there is a young air sign involved, a Libra. And that there is something about this person that you are doing what you are doing, all of this, you are doing it for them. But in general, this is a feeling here of having to make a difficult decision, but one that needs to be done as a result of some kind of communication, possibly miscommunication. And I am getting for some of you that this person just will not let up. This person is hitting you up on your social media. They're emailing you, texting you, calling you, and you've had to put your foot down. There's a strong feeling of boundaries here in the past, in the recent past. Okay? Now you're entering a space, Aquarius, of Virgo energy, of the Hermit, being clarified by the Seven of Swords. So there's a sense here, Aqua, that that you or someone that you're connecting with has been engaging in this energy of trying to figuring out a way to get past someone's knowledge, get past someone's defenses. There's someone here that I get the feeling, Aqua, that you are the person who is trying to figure out how exactly do you go about dealing with this in a delicate way. It almost feels insincere because you don't want to make any decisions that don't feel aligned to your character, but at the same time, someone or something here is forcing your hand. It's almost like you can't talk to them. You can't talk reason to them. So you're trying to find a way out that's a little bit more discreet. I know that goes more with the Six of Swords, not quite with the Seven. The Seven is a little bit sneaky, but it almost feels, again, Aqua, like you are having to bend your character in a way because you know what it's like to deal with this type of person or this type of situation. There's no reasoning. So in that experience, in the spirit of you knowing sort of what happens next, you are just deciding to, do what you can, cut corners if you have to, and be sneaky if you must. For others, this is about you connecting with someone who is holding back a ton of information that you're in separation or silence with, and that's because they are keeping something from you. However, I'm getting that you already knew that, and so that is precisely why you started initiating this decision making and this distance in the first place. Now, coming into the near future, we have the Page of Pentacles being clarified by the Two of Swords. So there is someone here that despite your greatest effort or their greatest effort does not want to work on something, or they don't know how to. For those of you that are connecting with someone who perhaps was a lover and now just a friend, it's that feeling of not knowing how to be friends after all this time. For others, it's about somebody who wants to take things to the next level but not being sure exactly how to do this, right? It's this impasse. It's knowing that a baby step has to be taken, but they're not quite sure exactly how to make that happen. But it feels to me very cut and dry, Aquarius. This is your energy, and you may be connecting with a Libra just because of Justice coming out and the Two of Swords. That's very strong Libran energy. Okay. Now, the reason this is all happening with the Hanged Man is being clarified by the King of Pentacles. So you may be connecting with a Pisces, but you may also be connecting with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. All right. This is somebody who really, in order for them to know how best to go about a long-term situation, they need to be put on pause for some reason. All right, Aqua. So I'm getting, for some of you, this is someone you're connecting with. The reason this is happening is because someone either does not know how to let up, and so you've had to put your foot down and create a boundary, or they by themselves are creating their own boundaries. Either through their job, they are becoming inaccessible because they're working more, or there's something about their work that they are blaming their unavailability for, or using that as a reason to go out with them or to give them a chance. It's weird. It's almost like someone is using this as an attempt to solve the problem. But again, Aqua, this is more of a sense of like someone's trying to utilize the wrong things to get back in. And you know this, you see this already. You see it coming from a mile away. This could be romantic or your business partnerships, right? So it's just a matter of you know how to handle yourself, Aqua, regardless of anyone else. But I will say this. You have already moved away from a situation, or are at least trying to, and rest assured you have real love coming. I am suspecting, based on these energies, that this person who is attempting to find a space with you is someone who you have decided does not fit the bill. Not in a superficial way. You are entitled to whatever your standards are. But I am saying that in terms of a long-term commitment, there is something here. There is a space that is not prepared for them. Okay? So boundaries are set in place. But I am seeing this King of Pentacles here, either an earth sign or someone who thinks that they can somehow, earn themselves a second chance or find a way back in. It's almost like they're asking you to look at things differently because of stability purposes. And that just that feels very disingenuous, because this person is showing up as well as someone who is trying to find their way in through other means. that go past your boundaries. Like you are having to really pull out your understanding of previous errors just to assess what's going on with this person. So that sucks when you have to pull from your pain to resolve something, right? Now, the best case scenario here, though, is the Four of Cups, right? So rejecting what is not serving you with the Lovers. So this could be a Gemini that you're connecting with, but this is about from the heart, choosing what does and does not stay. All right. So I get the feeling here that in terms of the choice that you make, Aqua, this is about you deciding that you just don't want someone specific in your life or a specific path. This could be a career change for you as well, Aqua. But overall, this is about you knowing what you do or don't want, specifically what you don't want. And because of that, you are not making space for it. You are leaving that. It's almost like when you hear a dog yapping in the background, and every time you try to figure out what's going on with it, you're like, okay, well, I fed you, I gave you water, I took you outside, and sometimes it's just yapping just to yap. It's just going off. It's just popping off because it just wants to hear itself bark. So I think that's almost like this person, whatever they're doing, they don't even realize. Maybe they do, but they don't care. But they don't realize that at this point they are beating a dead horse. There's nothing left to discuss. They're talking to themselves at this point. You've already made your decision, and so ultimately the best case scenario is that your inactivity and your lack of investment in their attempts, is what resolves, it's what communicates your point. Now let's pull 2 cards, please. 2 cards for Aquarius for guidance, please. 2 cards for guidance for Aquarius, please. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles and we've got Death. Okay, so you could be connecting with a Scorpio. But overall, Aqua, this is a sense here of just stay focused on what you're doing. Stay focused on what you're doing because right now you are in a space, whatever this labor of love is for you, whatever this self-care is looking like for you, this attention to detail that you have been putting on yourself, on people, places, things that really hold value in your life, something about this is helping you transform. Something about this is helping you excel and exceed past all the limitations you've previously left. Okay, so the message here is to continue to focus on transformation and new. So, for example, if you find that someone enters your vicinity who perhaps is not the most, if there is somebody who comes into your environment who you feel like is someone who you could trust, someone you could be with, your meter, your radar is going off. This person meets all the markers and you could just feel intuitively that they are a kindred spirit, right? And perhaps they're not perfect, but they are doing their best to move through this self-improvement, this self-healing, and they go to therapy and they're doing the work, all, etc. And you want to invest some time into them because you see yourself in them. You see the hard worker and you see the effort in them. That would be an example of a relationship that you could keep in your environment, that you could hold, that you could value, because it's worth it, because this person is showing through their actions that their intention is not to use other people for their own service. They are doing their best to maintain themselves and be independent and be self-sufficient. Okay? So focus on change, focus on yourself, focus on self-love and transformation. There are many things right now shedding old skin, and your attention right now, Aqua, needs to be put on that, not on other things. Focus on yourself, focus on your loved ones, and focus on all the opportunities that you have for yourself to grow yourself and to grow into yourself and to improve yourself and to create an environment that you are happy with, and keep your focus there. Okay? And with that, Aqua, I'm going to let you go. And on the timestamp just now, I saw 24 minutes and 24 seconds. That's a 6. 2 6s. So Gemini energy, Lovers, which is already here in your reading. But with that, Aqua, I am going to let you go. I love you so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you in this reading. I hope that you found this clarifying and helpful. If you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And until our next reading in a couple weeks' time, I am sending you all of my love. Mwah. Bye, Aqua.